I call the member for Flinders.
The Mornington Peninsula deserves better public transport, particularly its rail network. The Mornington Peninsula's population increased by almost 25,000 people over the decade between 2021 and 2011. And the number of visitors to our great part of Victoria continues to climb each year. In fact, 6.4 million day trippers visited the peninsula between March of 22 and March of 23. With this kind of growth, and as a local government area still confoundingly classified as metropolitan Melbourne, we are served by below-average public transport. Bus rides are infrequent and lengthy, and our passenger rail line is serviced by the only diesel train across the entire Melbourne metropolitan network. The peninsula needs upgraded rail network to better connect it to the employment and education opportunities and the services outside our not-so-metropolitan region. Greg Hunt and Chris Cruther, the then members for Flinders and Dunkley, respectively secured $225 million to contribute towards the extension of the metro line from Frankston to Baxter. At that time, it seemed there was a united ticket on the need for this critical infrastructure investment in my area. At that time, the Prime Minister, when he was Shadow Infrastructure Minister, stood up in 2018 promising to deliver the electrification of the line faster. He said in his press release, "Labor will deliver Frankston to Baxter rail upgrade. Federal Labor is an advocate of the electrification and duplication of the Stony Point line to Baxter to improve train services for commuters across Dunkley and on the Mornington Peninsula." Currently, thousands of Dunkley and Peninsula residents drive and park at Frankston, Cananook and Seaford stations because the metro line service ends at Frankston. A federal Labor government will electrify and duplicate the track to Baxter, giving commuters better access to high-quality public transport and park and ride options. Local people went to the ballot box in 2019 with this promise in their mind, but elected once again that promise was nowhere to be seen, before it was axed altogether and the money snatched away from the peninsula as part of last year's 200-day infrastructure review. Thankfully, the Coalition actually cares about this magnificent part of Australia, and before we return to Canberra this year, the Coalition is committed to connect the Mornington Peninsula to better public transport infrastructure. I recently joined the Leader of the Opposition, Peter Dutton, Senators Bridget McKenzie and Jane Hume, and the exceptional Liberal candidate for Dunkley, Nathan Conroy, to announce a federal coalition government would provide $900 million for the electrification of the metro rail line from Frankston to Baxter. This would connect the Frankston Hospital and Monash University to an efficient rail service, bettering the health and education accessibility for our region. A further stop at Langwarrin and an upgraded station at Baxter with options for park and ride will remove cars off the road, reducing traffic, helping ease congestion and giving my constituents just a little of what they deserve.